accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager. Right. And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was, that the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says, like, you're going to find out, like how I'll handle this. Like, and that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like your publicist wouldn't say those things.
Okay, everyone? To put it bluntly, Jay-Z has been doing everything but undergoing a straightforward DNA test. Really, if you're not the father, it can be resolved quickly with a mouth swab. However, Rymir Satterthwaite has been asserting that Jay-Z is his biological father for years. He has filed numerous cases and been in court, but his story has remained unchanged. Jay has remained silent, meanwhile, with only lawyers speaking. There has been no test or statement. This is where things start to get spicy. 50 Cent just joined the conversation. As you are already aware, 50 is never involved for the sake of sipping tea. According to reports, he is now providing Rymir with legal assistance. That's correct. 50 Cent is supporting this paternity dispute. Jay has been avoiding this issue for more than 10 years. So let's go back in time before we discuss what he is now working on. And when you've laid out every detail, yes, things do start to seem suspicious.
So much in running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older.
Because Jay-Z's legal team allegedly began playing hardball rather than agreeing to the test and clearing his name. They resisted in court, contested jurisdiction, sealed documents, and essentially made it as difficult as they could for Rymir to be heard at all. They even once asserted that the courts in Rymir's home state of New Jersey lacked the authority to force Jay-Z to take a test. As in, really? A billionaire utilizing legal loopholes to avoid a DNA test? A lot of individuals were offended by it. At this point, it begins to feel more like a cover-up than a personal issue. Rymir's mother, Wanda, provided old documents, medical records, and sworn declarations. Rymir's birth certificate even named a guy who subsequently disputed being his father. As a result, that name was completely erased. That gave Jay-Z the opportunity to at least take the test and put an end to the discussion. Still, there was stillness. Now that 50 Cent has taken over, the story is once again in the news. His actions are forcing people to review all of the previous court files and public records, whether he is doing so out of true support or simply to keep things interesting. And it's becoming clear that this is about more than just paternity anymore. It's about image, power. It's possibly even keeping secrets that go far beyond a single test.
Ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over.
Because a closer look at the chronology gives, it's the impression that something more significant is happening behind the scenes. The more pressure Rymir puts on Jay-Z's team, especially now that 50 Cent is supporting him, the harder they will push back, not with evidence, but with legal wrangling and silence. And that quiet, it says a lot. Jay could have ruined the story with a single cotton swab if it had only been about a young man seeking to get a check or gain influence. However, he didn't. He has been allowing this to drag on for more than 10 years, with each passing year seeing it pick up steam, now that 50 Cent is bringing it back into the spotlight. People are beginning to inquire about it. For example, if Wanda's claim that she met Jay when she was 15 is accurate, there is a serious legal problem, not just a family one. This is perhaps the reason why the media has been so silent about it for years, since it transcends fatherhood. It draws on issues of potential exploitation, age of consent legislation, and the way that authority can stifle difficult realities. And nobody in Jay's group is prepared to take on that storm head-on. Therefore, the question of whether Jay-Z is Rymir's father is no longer the only one. The question is whether this entire situation has been purposefully hidden. And with 50 Cent agitating the situation, providing legal assistance, and raising the ante, it may finally be coming to a head.
Like this, like Black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year.
And that's what makes this situation so unique. Rymir no longer merely speaks for himself. He now represents a greater idea, the ability of influential people to conceal the truth and avoid responsibility. He is not promoting a mixtape, brand deals, or podcasts that aim to get popular. Is essentially simply a man with a query, supported by court receipts and a story from his early years, and he has been given the runaround for more than 10 years. That tells you everything. You can see why this case seems so sinister when you consider the claimed intimidation, which includes the drive-by shooting, the automobile on the lawn, and the unsettling pestering akin to surveillance. This far. More than a paternity dispute, if what Rymir and Dr. Coley are alleging is accurate. It's become a warning about the lengths people will go to in order to preserve their empires, reputations, and legacies. Let's also not overlook the media's silence. You have to wonder why the mainstream media won't even cover a story with this. Many facets: police reports, court filings, public claims, and celebrity connections. Is there not enough proof? Or is it the fear of retaliation from powerful individuals worth billions of dollars? Because we have seen how easily narratives can be manipulated by those with the resources and connections. Ultimately, Rymir is not requesting a throne. A DNA test is the only thing he is requesting. Then the public's curiosity about what else is being concealed will grow the longer that easy test is avoided. This crisis is now officially bigger than Jay-Z, regardless of whether it is related to Rymir, the long-forgotten case involving minors, or other facts that are lying in plain sight. It concerns the system that allows someone to pursue answers for years and still be disregarded.
In believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father.
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, been seeing a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
Okay, this is when it becomes even more bizarre. Dr. Lily Coley, Rymir's guardian, and Rymir are no longer only battling Jay-Z. The New Jersey judicial system itself is now their adversary. They have sued a number of judges and government representatives, alleging that the courts not only disregarded their case, but attempted to thwart it. We're talking about missing court documents, fabricated real estate documents, and even Lily losing her legal powers as Rymir's guardian. Additionally, they have receipts, so this isn't just gossip. They have collected court documents, timetables, and years' worth of documentation demonstrating how the system allegedly shielded Jay-Z. Whenever they were on the verge of having a court order that DNA test, something would either vanish or a decision would be rendered that was illogical. Now, consider this. Unless they have a compelling reason, who actually sues judges? It's not a simple choice. It's dangerous to sue judges and officials, and it indicates that they are no longer messing around by now. Most people would have left, but Lily and Rymir are still fighting. Additionally, they are advocating for a change in the law in addition to bringing litigation. The Pro Se Equal Access to Justice Act is what they are promoting. In essence, the new law would provide common people, particularly those defending themselves in court, an equal opportunity to compete with powerful lawyers. Because, let's face it, the wealthy and well-known play a very different game in court. And that must be resolved. As a result, Jay-Z is no longer the only focus of this, exposing the court system's shortcomings in safeguarding influential individuals. Is becoming a full-fledged legal endeavor. Lily and Rymir aren't out here trying to gain influence. They are seeking responsibility. And that is the reason this entire tale is so crazy. This case has touched on every level, from court corruption to paternity drama. They are now attacking the system that is meant to offer everyone an equal opportunity. Taking the battle beyond the celebrity, the problem is that you need solid tays. With it daisies, you need solid proof before suing judges and making public accusations of corruption. You don't just do something at random. It requires resources, bravery, and faith that the truth is on your side, which adds to the gravity of the situation. This isn't merely a personal grievance, and money isn't the main factor. It involves enforcing accountability in areas that are rarely examined. And attention should be paid to that alone. They're putting everything on the line to find what they think is a secret. I'm tossing it to you all now. What do you actually believe is happening here? Is Jay-Z concealing something more serious than a paternity dispute? Or is this really a protracted, disorganized miscommunication that got out of hand? Do you believe 50 Cent is only engaging in his normal trolling, or is he genuinely assisting in the exposure of a more significant issue? What are your thoughts on Rymir and Lily challenging the legal system itself? Is that a last-ditch effort or bravery? In any case, it's audacious. Let's have a serious conversation about it. Provide your ideas in the comments. Since this case is about truth, power, and how justice is actually administered in this nation, it goes far beyond the legacy of a single star. Additionally, please hit the subscribe button and like this video if you enjoy tales that go beyond the headlines. I'll see you next time, my stars or hushers, whichever you rock with. We're locked in over here at Star Hush. Until then, remain alert and attentive.